First of all, I want to thank each one of you for showering so much love and appreciation. And my last few videos, like you guys have responded incredibly well, and you guys have really encouraged me, giving your priceless feedback. And YouTube is one place that I really love to dwell on, and because it's also a podium, a platform where I can express myself, where I can show my journey to each one of you, my progress, how much I'm growing as somebody who likes films, who likes photography, who likes cinematography, who likes above all storytelling. I compile things on a weekly basis and I share it, whatever I feel. Thank you for tagging along, and thank you for appreciating me. Even a single view matters. It means world to me. The quantity is secondary to me. Quality is what matters, and above all, the clarity and honesty with which I'm willing to share my journey with each one of you. That's what matters to me the most. And I thrive and I strive to always have a beginner's approach, no matter where I go, what I do. So yeah, thank you. Moving on, I sit over here and I sit with an open heart, and I figure out, like I wait for the truest expression of my heart, in the form of some sort of an insight or a conversation. And I don't plan what I'm about to say or what I will say. This is a space for me to come and share and to express myself, and it's a two-way street. You guys share your perceptions in the form of comments, and sometimes with a lot of views and likes. Also, some people join the journey by subscribing the channel, and I appreciate it. So I feel that most of the people that I see around, I don't see many people around, but what I observe in general, I've realized that people are going through a diarrhea of knowing too much. Especially in your 30s. When you reach your 30s or maybe late 20s, you reach your first saturation point, because there is more life ahead if you're in great health. So I will consider this as a first saturation point, and there will be many more up ahead. So why am I referring this point as a saturation point? Because this is where there's a chance where you can turn a cynic, because you have seen some things, you have experienced certain things, and you have come to a point where before attempting something, you already want to kind of cage it into something that you have already done, and you don't have that beginner's approach. You don't have that innocence in you anymore. You lose the sense of wonder in life, and you see everything as if been there, done that. But that's not how life moves, and every moment is a fresh moment. Every moment is a moment that never took place in the existence and won't ever take place again. So when we reach this saturation point, we almost become like living dead. We are moving around, but from inside we are almost dead, and that's the saddest thing that can happen to existence. And I would say the best way to rejuvenate yourself, in my experience, has been faith, prayers. And when I say faith and prayers, if I kind of simplify it, you can say some sort of a meditation, or any sort of a practice that makes you spend time with yourself in the truest sense. Not like killing time. You're sitting in a corner, fidgeting with your phone or chit-chatting on the phone. A lot of people look at these activities as spending time with yourself. I'm not saying that. When I say spending time with yourself, what I truly mean is to actually go quiet and experience the stillness within, and to know yourself, the inner activities, what goes on inside your head and your heart, your mind. That's why I mentioned meditation earlier. So if you have something like that in your life, then you will be taken care of, and you will press that refresh button sooner than you know. That's why it's very important. That's the most important thing. So when we reach that saturation point, we lose the sense of wonder. People who thought that they were artists, they are not artists anymore. They are just recycling their past experience. Like they're just recycling what they must have done years ago, because that time they had that innocence in them, they had that sense of wonder, they created a lot of things, creativity was booming through them, and now they're just living off that and they're just recycling it, and they've become cynics. They don't appreciate new things, they're not open towards new possibilities and the newness of life and the freshness of life. So most people turn that way, but there are some special and some gifted ones, some chosen ones, I would say, who master the art of always dying. Like you die to today. Every night you die to what happened today, and every morning when you wake up in the real sense. You press the refresh button and you are like a baby taking birth again, and you see the life. You have the sense of wonder, like where will this day lead me? So that is the path of a true artist. You can also call a path of a sage, a saint, or a path of the god. So they all mean the same. The meaning of artist is not that people should recognize you, you should have massive fan following. Being an artist in the truest sense, as per me and what I've experienced and learned and observed, being an artist means to be an honest human being and to experience life in its fullest form. That is an artist. So sometimes people might have fan following, people might have name, also a label as a great artist, but deep down they are not artists anymore. Something died in them and nobody can see that. So that's why it's very important, like to be an artist you do not have to chase fame. In fact, fame is the only termite that kills the spirit of the artist. That's why if you observe greatest artists, they make an active effort to stay away from fame, from name, from lot of eyes, and they remain low key. And some of them also go on a temporary retirement, and they pop up again, with great work. And I would like to kind of like paraphrase one of the interviews that I had seen of one of my inspirations in the field of acting, Sir Daniel Day-Lewis. He said in one of the interviews that he had realized at an early age that this is what he loves to do, which is acting, and to keep doing something that he loves for the longer period of time, he had realized that he'll have to make an active effort to create distance between him and what he loves. Only then he can keep showing up again and again with a sense of freshness and to offer something fresh and new. That's why if you see, he has done I think maximum 30 or 29 films. His each film has some 2 to 3 years ka gap, some film has 7-8 years ka gap, and he has gone on I think multiple retirement. He was retired from acting, then he came back again for Gangs of New York. It seems very tough and very hard job, but if you are being truly pure and honest and sincere as a human being, you will walk miles. You will take those hardest strides, because that's what makes this journey worth living for, worth keep going on for. Otherwise, most people are just living like they are just living the same day, I don't know how many thousand times. I feel that if you love something truly and if you follow that intention and that feeling purely, and it will lead you to a realization where you will feel and you will realize that you have to make an active effort to stay away from it occasionally. Only then you can meet that thing again with a lot of purity, a lot of passion, a lot of newness and freshness. That's the true meaning of love as well. You can apply it to anything, even in relations. The true meaning of love is to let go, to maintain distance and separation, and not holding on. So the same thing applies in your approach towards doing anything in life. You have to create that distance and space where new insights, where freshness can take place. The significance of a mug or a cup or any vessel is its emptiness. Because it is empty, that's why it can carry something, it can hold something. If it was already full, it is not even a vessel, it is useless, and you can use it once, maybe then you can't use it again. So emptiness is everything. Emptiness is divine, emptiness is God. Thank you so much, guys, and a lot of love to each one of you, and see you next week.